Hey guys, okay, so told you I'd make or show you a puff with the smaller one, and I do have some smaller ones made already. I have a whole bag full, but these are multiple um, sizes. This is one of the smaller puffs compared to a bigger puff that I just did. They're about twice the size. And if you trim them up too much, they will look like this. So don't trim them up too much. Like the ones I'm gonna trim, here I'll trim them and show you how I have, yeah, red spots, and because I had an itch, and whenever I itch, I get red spots. So I use these scissors because these scissors aren't very sharp and they don't work very well, and they're rusty. And these I just got sharpened, and it's almost like they got dulled because they were sharpened the wrong way to me. I don't know. But what you do is you get your trash can and cut off those big. You see those two really long ones are these. So make sure you keep these strings away for when you tie them. Um, and then that's that side, and then there's another really long one. Um, and when you trim them, kind of round them off like that, and there's your little puff. If you want to just make it so all you see is that puff, all you do is here. I'm sure out of all puffs I have some that don't have the string on them. That isn't a small one. Well, here's a small one. You just cut off these strings about the same height. So, oh yeah, okay. So, and you can make multicolored ones. I don't have the hot pink with me, and I didn't make this one. My friend Cheyenne did, and she made it with 3 different colors. They're kind of hard to tell, like uh, like the lighter pink with the darker. But there's 3 different color strings. I just twisted mine and it ended up like that, like I went around. But I think I have like 46 right now, and I keep them in this bag that you get from the grocery store in the grocery aisle, like the produce. And so and I'm gonna figure out how many I have. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46. Yep, 46. And they all fit in this bag. And what I do is I compress the air from them. I take from the bag and get all the air out. And they turn to this big mesh. I only do that because that's pretty much how they're going to land on the stage. Because we're going to drop them. We're going to build this mechanical thing for the fly. And it's going to drop all over the stage. And this, you saw that big thing of yarn that I got, right? This color? Yeah, it's here now. And it's been 2 days. So, yeah. And then I got some new yarn. I got some more yarn. I think I showed you. But I got a darker pink. And then I still got my blues. And this blue. And then I got this purple blend. Oh. And my friend Miranda made this one. It's like that. And now there's 47 in there, but we're not going to use that blue one, so. Yeah. So, I'm feeling a lot better. But yeah, this is what the blend will look like. It'll most blend. And it's purple, and then it's got like green hints to it. Right there. And there's pink. And just a bunch of other ones. So, okay, so, okay, so the small one, I'll show you how to work. It's the same as this one. It just makes those smaller puffs. So I'll use this darker pink. Yeah. Some colors. I didn't tell you this. Some colors may be more expensive than others. My yarn, the individual prices before taxes was like $3.99 each, and that's mostly just because of the brand. It's not the amount of yarn, because the brand that I wanted to get for the hot pink, it made it like $4.50, and it was about that much. It was about a little less than this one, like in volume of yarn. And so once you start it and wrap it, that's what it's gonna look like. And yeah, so you just do the same as the small one. This is like an extra small, or this I think this might be a medium. I don't know. And this is the small. but they have one smaller than this, and this makes really small puffs. So, and like I said, these can be used for just about anything. Um, but yeah. So yeah, I just remembered I told you guys I was going to make this video when I came home for her from supper. And I went to Pizza Hut for supper and I got a Pizzone. I love Pizzones. Like, they're my favorite at Pizza Hut. So I got and my favorite pizza is pepperoni, so I had to get myself a pepperoni Pizzone. Um, but that's what it's gonna end up looking like. And then if you okay, there's a string right here. I'm gonna pull on it just a little bit so it makes that loop, and then I'm gonna cut it there. Cause I mean I usually do it first, anyways, and then I go around and cut. And make sure I mean you don't have to use these type of scissors. If you have yarn scissors, use yarn scissors because they don't hurt your hand. I've made so many puffs in the past 2 days that it hurts my hands to cut now. And I told my teacher that, and she's like, "Oh, it's because your scissors aren't sharp." I'm like, "These are plenty sharp. Your scissors aren't sharp, and they hurt my hands." You know. So, and another fun, like, if you want to just mess around, you don't even have to hold it. You can hold it like that, and then it cuts. But I do it on a table and not near a laptop because you might hit a button and that you don't want to hit. Um, and then, so this is just half of it, and then you can fluff it out as you go. But, and since these don't lock, I wouldn't suggest pulling like these bad ones out until the very end when you realize that you need to hold them down, which I didn't at that moment for some reason. But okay, so now that this is all cut and it's about to be a poof, what you're gonna want to do, it's the same tying. You're just gonna need a shorter string, about 9 inches. I know it seems like a lot, but it really isn't. And then you can always trim the edges. Like, you can always cut off some of the tying string and make it smaller. But this is about 9 inches, and I'm just guessing. Because my screen is either an 11 or a 13 inch. I think it's 11 because it doesn't look like 13. But yeah. So like it's uneven. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my trash can. And I'm gonna cut it right at my thumb. Just make sure you don't cut your thumb, because then it hurts. And then, so you put your trash can back down. And this is before trimming. You go around to make sure you don't have any strings that lap over that are in the middle. they will do that. But since mine aren't doing that, because I made mine decent this time, um, I'm just gonna fluff it. And you're gonna want to fluff it. You can use your finger, you can use your palm. Just fluff it like that, and it gets rid of that line to where the middle is, or where the seam is. And then you do the same on here. And see, now you can't tell. Well, I mean, you can, but you already know where it is. But I mean, if you went like that, which I probably shouldn't do, because it defluffs them, and that's 3/4 done, and all you gotta do is pop, pull off, and you made your puff. And to trim the smaller ones, I have trouble trimming these because I want to make them really small. But I'm just gonna I almost cut myself. um, like I said, you just want to go around and make sure. I mean, you can do like square ones or any shape. But that's what it's gonna look like after you trim it, and it's all cute and tiny, and that's a puff. And that would be 47. Well, technically 48. Now it's 47 because I took the blue puff out. But so yeah, that is the puff. With the little one, it's the same as this one. Like I said, you can get these at your craft store, like Hobby Lobby, Michaels, and I think it's Joann's. Yeah, I think it's Joann's. But don't quote me on that. I mean, you can, but yeah, it might not be right. I don't even know if you, yeah, but so yeah, and yesterday, so yeah, I can prove that I went to Pizza Hut. I got a large drink, and there's Pizza Hut symbol right there. Um, I'm not like this is they don't sponsor me or anything. Ha. Um. Oh. So yeah, before I made this video, I had my dad sharpen these, and I had a nub right here, but he cut it off. Or no, it wasn't here. It was over here on the side, and he cut it off for me, so it doesn't stick, which is good, because that's what was hurting me. Sorry if you couldn't see me. I was fixing my leg. So yeah, and that is the puffs, and that's the puff slash pom pom craft. Um, yeah. So I can show you different crafts to make with the blue ones, because all this pink yarn that I have here is going to be used for our musical, Seussical, and so, but afterwards, I don't know what we're gonna do with the puffs, because there's gonna be a lot. Ooh, I'm gonna show you my favorite puff that I didn't make this one, but I think this one looks super cool. My friend Cheyenne made this, and I wanted to trim it up a little, and I did. And it looks super cute, and I love it, and I want it, but oh well. And then this one I made, and there's some unhappy strings, there's some ugly strings, but it's gonna happen with ones like these when you're using 3 strings. But yeah. Oh, I made this one. I think this one is cute. I trimmed it today. I made this during 4th period, which is my student assist, and I trimmed it during 6th period, which is the study hall. And I made most of these during 5th and 6th and 4th and 7th and 8th. And yeah, this month I've been known as the Puff Maker Master or whatever, Puff Master Maker. I don't know. The Puff Lady. So yeah, so in the comments, tell me if you want to learn any more crafts. I know a few more. I know some tricks. Yeah. So yeah, so in the comments, tell me what art thing I should do next. And preferably with blue yarn. If it needs like green, I can always ask my mom, because she's the one who bought me the yarn, and I am almost out of this yarn, so I might have to go get some more yarn. But yeah, okay, so this is all the puffs that I made yesterday and today. And okay, so bye, and thank you for watching the video.